So I just wanted to do a quick video. It's like a self-checkout receipt. It's just a quick one. I have another receipt I want to just bring up, and that is many times Mr. Woods will talk about how he has made much of a lot of people and how by them using his name, he's platformed them and he's given them exponential viewership, and he said it's not wrong, it's not bragging if you have the receipts to prove that. In one sense he's right, but another sense is that when you constantly bring attention to the fact that it's not wrong and he brings it up over and over and over, it kind of deflects from really giving the glory to God, but really saying, look what Saiko can do for me. And what happens is people take their eyes off the Lord and put their eyes on Saiko. And I'm not judging his motives, but that's really what happens. But he does it over and over and over. So the action tells me that he wants the attention. So I just want to give you a couple verses. Proverbs 8:13. It says, pride and arrogance. Like the Hebrew word for arrogance means like a swelling, like your head goes blowing up like a balloon. It's that pompousness. And the way of evil are perverted in speech. And we've already talked about speech, but it's pretty clear that his speech is very perverted. And he says, I hate that kind of speech. Proverbs 21 says, a scoffer is the name of arrogant. The idea of being presumptuous. A haughty man who acts with arrogance, pride. The word pride has kind of the idea of outbursts of passion. Okay, it's almost like a wrathful thing. So he's proud, he's haughty, he thinks much of himself. And if he just wanted to deflect and give the glory to God, just take the receipts and keep it to yourself. You don't have to constantly bring that up. And then you get what happens, affirmation. Constant affirmation that, wow, look what he did, look what he can do for me. And so I would just challenge, think about that. Is that really takes the focus off what Christ is doing and putting it on him. And it is bragging, even if you put receipts down, because you're just talking about yourself and what you can do. And even in your last video yesterday morning, what did you say? See, they just look me up so they can what? Make much of me. And I just want to give you another verse. It's later in the passage of Proverbs 21. Proverbs 21:29. It says, a wicked man puts on a bold face. The idea there in the Hebrew of bold is like a hardened, like, I'm gonna have this hard face, like I'm bold, but the next word is a difficult word to translate. Face in Hebrew has many varieties. Context would give you maybe a good definition, but it's almost like this edginess, like you have this bold edginess to yourself, like you are edgy and you've got it going on. But the upright gives thoughts to his ways. And it's interesting, I was so glad he did the video so fast, because that tells me there was zero contemplation. There was no action or thought. It was just a quick reaction to set the score, because thoughtfulness takes time and study and thinking. It was just a quick reaction because he's got an edgy way about himself. He says there's no wisdom. The idea there is prudence, okay? And he doesn't do that. He doesn't display wisdom. He just reacts. But the passage, but the upright gives thought to his way. It's like he perceives what he's doing. He thinks about it. I think that Saiko's mouth is revving while his brain is in neutral many times. There's no wisdom, no understanding. Implies that there's a reasonableness. Can somebody give me a good example where he's been extremely reasonable, not in just regular conversation, but in where there's a contrary opinion to his own? Give me solid examples of that. I can give you solid examples of the opposite. No counsel, the idea of taking advice. Now he says, well, I've taken advice and I didn't put a video up and this or that. But taking advice where he is dead set on an idea, where somebody comes into him and he might do it in his private life, but it does not come across on his screen life. Does he take advice? Is he reasonable? So just quick thoughts there. Those are, to me, receipts of the sin of pride, and that is focused on him. And producing receipts, saying, well, it's not pride if I can produce the receipts, that's a logical, that's a fallacy. You're creating a false dilemma, saying it's not pride if I have receipts, therefore I'm not prideful. You have made a syllogistic mess, and that the attention obviously comes to you. So I just challenge you, y'all, think about that. Think about those scriptures, and the idea of that. Really, I like how Proverbs says that a wicked man puts on a bold face. A bold face. Edginess to him. Just think about that. It's just a quick receipt. Have a great day.